My brother, listen to me very carefully. In this life, there are things that will steal your time, your heart, and even your soul if you are not awake. And the most dangerous of them is the wrong kind of woman. I know you want love. I know you crave that closeness, that intimacy, that fire that makes you feel like a man. But what if I told you that sometimes the very passion you're chasing is the same thing that's setting you up for heartbreak? Too many men confuse physical chemistry with emotional security. They think the bedroom tells them everything they need to know. But the truth, the bedroom hides as much as it reveals. There are women who will use intimacy not as a gift, not as a bond, but as a weapon. They'll wrap you up in it, make you feel like you're the only man alive, and then when they've had enough, they will leave you empty, broken, and questioning your worth. This is not about judging women. It's about protecting men. Protecting your heart, your mind, your legacy. Because a woman who treats intimacy recklessly will treat your love recklessly. And if you don't learn to recognize the signs, you'll keep falling into the same trap again and again. So today, I'm going to break down what you must know about women who glorify certain bedroom behaviors and why trusting them with your heart is a risk too high for any man who values his future. My brother, let's talk about something most men confuse for love, passion. You meet a woman and the chemistry is off the charts. Her touch is electric, her energy is magnetic, and the fire you feel in those moments makes you believe you finally found the one. And because of that fire, because of that heat, you let your guard down. You start telling yourself, this must be real. This must be love. But here's the truth, not every spark is love, and not every flame will keep you warm. There are women who chase passion the way some people chase adrenaline. They don't want connection. They want the thrill, the excitement, the high. They're not looking at you as a man they can build with. They're looking at you as a drug, a temporary escape from their boredom or emptiness. And when the high fades, when the fire dies down, they move on to the next fix. You see, passion can be an illusion. It tricks you into thinking you've found depth when all you've found is intensity. And the biggest trap men fall into is believing that a woman's intensity in the bedroom means she is invested in them emotionally. But intensity without consistency is nothing more than a performance. Ask yourself this: does she still show up for you outside the bedroom? Does she respect your time, your dreams, your peace of mind? Or does she only shine when the lights are off? Because if her love only exists between the sheets, then you're not experiencing intimacy. You're experiencing entertainment. And that's a dangerous illusion to build your future on. Real love, real connection doesn't have to scream, doesn't have to set the room on fire. Real love feels steady. It feels like home. It doesn't drain you. It fills you. And until you learn to separate the illusion of passion from the reality of love, you will keep mistaking performers for partners. So remember this: a woman who burns hot today may be gone tomorrow. But a woman who values you beyond the heat, that's the one worth trusting. Passion is sweet, but love? My brother, love is steady. Don't let the illusion blind you. My brother, I need you to understand something deep. Sometimes what looks like overwhelming desire is not love, it's emptiness. There are women who will throw themselves into intimacy, who will overwhelm you with hunger and intensity, not because they feel deeply for you, but because they're running away from themselves. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they want. And the only way they can escape that void inside is by drowning in physical closeness. You feel like a king when you're with her. She makes you think, whoa, she wants me so badly. She can't get enough of me. And in that moment, it feels powerful. It feels validating. But here's the hard truth: her hunger for your body does not mean she's hungry for your soul. And if you don't recognize that difference, you will mistake her emptiness for devotion. Desire can be deceptive. It can flatter your ego and trick you into believing she's chosen you, when really she's just trying to silence the noise in her own life. Maybe she's lonely. Maybe she's carrying pain she doesn't want to face. Maybe she's been broken before, and now she uses intensity as a shield. Whatever the reason, her actions are not about building with you. They're about filling herself. But here's the problem: a void can never be filled from the outside. You can give her your body, your time, your energy, and still she will feel empty. And the more you try to fill her, the more drained you'll become. You'll give and give, thinking you're saving her, only to realize that you've lost yourself in the process. A woman who loves you for real doesn't just crave your presence when she's broken. She values you when she's whole. She doesn't just cling to you in her darkness. She walks with you in the light. So pay attention. My brother, watch for the difference between genuine connection and desperate escape. If she's only intense when she feels lonely, if she disappears when life gets better, if her love feels like a bottomless pit, you're not her partner, you're her distraction. And you deserve more than being someone's escape route. You deserve to be chosen, not used. You deserve to be valued, not consumed. My brother, hear me well. Intimacy is supposed to be a bond. It's supposed to be a safe place where two souls connect, where trust grows, and where love deepens. But not every woman uses intimacy this way. Some women use it as a weapon. They know the power it holds. They know the effect it has on a man. And instead of honoring that bond, they exploit it. They use intimacy not to nurture you, but to control you. Not to give, but to take. Think about it. She gets upset with you, and suddenly she withholds intimacy as punishment. Or she wants something from you, a favor, money, commitment, and suddenly she becomes the most affectionate, the most attentive, the most passionate. Then the moment you give in, the warmth disappears. That, my brother, is not love. That is manipulation dressed as affection. When a woman uses intimacy as leverage, you are no longer a partner. You're a pawn in her game. She knows what you crave, she knows what makes you weak, and she uses that against you. And the dangerous part is this: you might not even notice it at first. You'll mistake her strategies for mood swings, her coldness for stress, her sudden passion for love. But deep down, you'll feel it. You'll feel drained, used, and never fully secure. Love does not play games. Love does not trade affection for compliance. Love does not make you question your worth every time you lay down with her. If every intimate moment leaves you feeling more confused than connected, you are not in love, you are being manipulated. Brother, understand this: a woman who weaponizes intimacy cannot be trusted with your future. Because if she can use your deepest vulnerability to control you today, she will use your resources, your emotions, and even your legacy to control you tomorrow. Real intimacy heals. It doesn't hurt. It strengthens. It doesn't weaken. It leaves you feeling respected, not drained. So pay attention. If she uses intimacy as a bargaining chip, if she flips a switch whenever she wants control, you are not in a relationship. You are in a trap. And no king should ever live inside a cage built by manipulation. My brother, let me tell you something that can save you years of heartbreak. Pay attention to a woman's boundaries, or the lack of them. Because a woman who does not respect boundaries in the bedroom will often not respect boundaries in life. See, boundaries are not about restriction. They are about respect. A woman who honors herself will honor you. She understands that intimacy is sacred, that it's an extension of love and trust. But when you meet a woman who throws herself into extremes, who disregards limits, who treats her body like it has no value, understand this clearly: that same recklessness will spill into every other part of her life. If she has no control over herself in private, she will have no discipline in public. If she cannot say no to chaos behind closed doors, she will not say no to temptation, to drama, to toxic influences outside. And you, my brother, will end up living in the storm that she creates. Let me break it down. A woman without boundaries will cross yours. She will demand your time without respecting your grind. She will expect loyalty while offering none. She will drain your energy and then call it love. And because you were blinded by the excitement, by the way she made you feel in the heat of the moment, you won't realize that she's eroding your peace until it's too late. But here's the truth: a woman who respects boundaries is a woman who respects herself. She doesn't do everything just to keep you hooked. She does what aligns with her values. She doesn't bend for the approval of men. She stands firm in her self-worth. And because she values herself, she can value you. My brother, never mistake recklessness for passion. Never mistake lack of boundaries for freedom. Real love is not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things with respect and intention. If she respects herself, she will respect your vision, your mission, and your peace. But if she lives without boundaries, you will pay the price of her chaos. Remember, boundaries are not walls. They are gates of respect. And only a woman who understands that will ever truly guard your heart. My brother, let me speak to you from the heart. Every time you ignore the red flags, every time you silence your own intuition, you are writing a chapter of pain you don't have to live. The truth is, the signs are always there. The disrespect, the inconsistency, the way she treats your time, your peace, your vision, it's all visible. But because you want love so badly, because the passion feels so intoxicating, you convince yourself to stay. You tell yourself, maybe she'll change. Maybe it's not that serious. Maybe I'm overthinking. And that, my brother, is how men destroy themselves. Not by what women do to them, but by what they allow. The cost of ignoring the signs is not just heartbreak. It's your energy. It's your focus. It's your money, your opportunities, your future. A man who is distracted by the wrong woman cannot build the life he's destined for. You'll spend months, sometimes years, trying to fix someone who never wanted to be fixed. And while you're busy patching holes in a sinking ship, your dreams will drown beneath the waves. Worse still, ignoring the signs damages you. It eats away at your confidence. It makes you question your judgment. It leaves you bitter and cautious, unable to trust the right woman when she finally shows up. This is why some men become cold, detached, even cruel, because they paid the price of ignoring the warnings. And now they're bleeding from wounds that could have been avoided. Brother, I need you to understand love is not supposed to feel like a constant struggle. Peace is not too much to ask for. Respect is not a luxury, it's a foundation. If you feel more drained than uplifted, if your spirit feels unsettled more than it feels safe, then the signs are already speaking to you. The only question is, will you listen? Because the cost of ignoring them will always be higher than the pain of walking away. You can rebuild money, you can rebuild time, but once your soul is broken, once your spirit is dimmed, it takes a long road to recover. Protect yourself, my brother. Don't pay with your future for a love that was never real. My brother, after everything we've spoken about, the illusions, the traps, the emptiness, let me show you the other side. Let me remind you of what real intimacy actually feels like. Because until you know the truth, you'll keep settling for the counterfeit. Real intimacy is calm. It doesn't rush. It doesn't feel like a performance, like something you need to compete for or prove yourself worthy of. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't use her body to manipulate you. She uses her presence to heal you. Being with her feels like home, steady, safe, and real. With the right woman, intimacy is not just about the physical. It's about emotional safety. You can share your dreams with her without fear of ridicule. You can reveal your weaknesses without worrying that she'll use them against you. She doesn't make you feel less of a man when you are vulnerable. She makes you feel more of a man because she receives your truth with respect. The right woman doesn't drain your energy. She multiplies it. After spending time with her, you feel inspired, not exhausted. You feel seen, not used. You feel chosen, not tricked. And that, my brother, is the test of real intimacy. Does she add to you, or does she take away from you? Real intimacy doesn't live in chaos. It thrives in consistency. The same warmth she gives you in the bedroom, she gives you in the little things, the way she respects your time, the way she supports your mission, the way she believes in you when no one else does. That is what love looks like. It's steady, it's intentional, it's respectful. So don't be fooled by theatrics. Don't mistake intensity for loyalty. Don't let manipulation masquerade as passion. You are worth more than being somebody's escape, someone's distraction, or someone's pawn. You are a man of value, and you deserve a woman who honors that value. My brother, real intimacy feels like peace. It feels like alignment. It feels like a safe place to grow, to build, to lead. And once you taste that kind of love, you'll never again settle for the counterfeit versions. Protect your heart, protect your legacy, and wait for the intimacy that makes you strong.